Welcome again. And I'm so deeply delighted Bill is home. I had a wonderful time with him away, and it's so lovely to have him back again. So, how was it? Tell us all about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I spent a week in San Diego, California at the Optimum Health Institute. And in a way, I think it's a great name because Optimum Health is what they're all about. And it's what we're all about. It's what we've always been striving for. And so, I guess to start, I would just bring up, how is it that we achieve optimum health? We've always, in our opinion, we just have to support the body to do what it's designed to do. We've been saying this forever, that we are born to thrive, that our bodies are designed to maintain balance and vitality.
Yes.
So it's kind of the question, looking at optimum health, is what is it that causes us to lose that balance and that vitality? And it seems like it's always the result of adding something in that taxes the body in a way. So if the body's designed to maintain balance, to restore health, if we overtax the body, it just can't stay up with it. So over time, that's when we start to see symptoms of chronic conditions come up.
Yeah, if we eat poorly for again and again and again and again, it's going to affect us.
Yeah.
The body can't deal with it. It does the best it can for a certain period of time, but then it creates symptoms to give us a red flag of attention that something needs to change.
That's a good point. The symptom isn't a punishment for what we've done. It's a really loving, kind tap on the shoulder. Hey, check out what you're doing. I'm getting taxed here. If you can make some adjustment, I think I'll be a lot better off. So, yeah, it's things like high blood pressure, diabetes, osteoporosis. All these are descriptions of a symptom of a particular system that's out of balance. Yeah. So to support the body to regenerate and to restore the balance, we simply need to cut out the excess, whatever we're adding in. We have to ensure that we're giving the body what it needs to fulfill the design that it's built with, the blueprint. It needs to have what it needs in order to restore the balance and then maintain that clarity and vitality. So this is what they do with OHM. So they basically cut out the excess and they put in all the essentials that our bodies need. So it's essentially like a controlled theft.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, because you were there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks back in the 90s. Yeah. We'll say a little more about that maybe later. Yeah. And so it's very low calorie and it's high nutrient dense whole foods. By restricting the calories, the whole purpose of that is to give the digestion a rest. Because one of the things I learned while I was there, when we're digesting, a third of our blood goes to digestion.
Wow.
That's a lot of energy. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But it's worth the money, you might say, because we have to have what's in that food. But by restricting the calories, we reduce the amount of energy we're putting into the digestion. And as a result, that energy can be used to detoxify, to pull the toxins out that have kind of built up from the excesses and to eliminate them and rebuild. That's the other thing. We need the energy to get the old stuff out and the energy to rebuild. So that's the whole function behind the low calorie. And it's really high nutrient dense. So like I say, it's all raw, it's all whole, it's sprouted, it's fermented. There's a lot of wheatgrass. And so you start off Monday all day, you eat this low calorie meal. Now you get all you want to eat, but it's very plain, simple food, and you can only eat so much of it. It's really pretty hard to overeat. You get plenty of signals like, that's enough. So the interesting thing is that the whole time I was there, I never felt hungry. And nobody I talked to ever brought up the fact that, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. So yeah, it's low calorie, but it's all you want to eat. So the first day you have meals, 3 meals. The next 3 days you do a juice fast. So that's just juices. So when you cut out all the fiber from the food, you're getting all those nutrients, you're giving the body what it needs to detox and rebuild, but you are giving the body even more energy to do the detoxification and the rebuilding. So you have 3 days of juice fast, and then the last 2 days are 3 meals of these low calorie meals again. And yeah, it's an amazing, amazing program.
Yeah, it changed a lot since I was there. We didn't eat all we could eat. They had very minimal amount of calories, and you didn't have a choice of having more. So,
oh, you didn't get to have more.
Oh, no.
Oh, they've changed that.
Yeah, they've changed that. So they've learned as they've gone along too.
Yeah. Now the other piece of the program, that's what we put in. We eliminate the bad stuff, we put in the good stuff. But because the body now has all this extra energy to detox, it pulls those toxins out of the body, out of the tissues, and it dumps them in the colon. So every day we do an enema or a colonic to, again, support the body to move those toxins out, get them out so they don't get holed up in the colon where they can be reabsorbed. So it's an amazing program.
Yeah, it is. I think they're wonderful people. It's very reasonably priced, and it's very powerful. That's what I would say.
Yeah, and amazing results. So maybe you'll say something about the results you experienced.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it last blog that I went there because I had a very large fibroid tumor, big. And in 2 weeks, it shrunk so much that I knew I could continue to shrink it with eating high nutrient dense whole food, plant-based. And I did wheatgrass juice for quite a long time after the program, added sprouts. Sometimes I would make the Rejuvelac, the sprouted beverage. Yeah.
And the fermented foods, yeah. Rejuvelac is one of the fermented foods. It's a fermented beverage.
And seed cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seem to remember you stayed on that quite almost religiously for a number of months.
Yeah.
Because we had the restaurant then, and we got our staff to do all the sprouting and fermenting. We added a living foods dish every day to our menu. So that gave us a reason to use our staff to do it, because this isn't a maintenance type diet. This isn't a lifestyle. This is a real reboot, a real jumpstart. So yeah, you stayed on it quite well. I think, I don't know, what I remember was about 6 months, but anyway, it was enough to support your body to completely resolve that tumor.
Yeah. All the swelling went away.
Yeah, nice. And this is what I saw too, is that everybody's skin just started to glow. You know, their eyes get clear and bright. It's really, really lovely. So yeah, it's a great testament to the power of the body to regenerate.
That is the truth. The body is so powerful when we give it what it needs. And when we do these cleanses like at Optimum Health to really, as Bill says, reboot it, to give it a chance to really cleanse more deeply. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing to gift oneself.
Yeah, it's a testament to the power of the body, a testament to the power of food to provide the body what it needs. And while you're there, you just hear endless testimonies. They've been there 47 years, and they have endless testimonies of really people coming back from death, having those end of life diagnoses. You've got 3 days, you've got 2 weeks, and they go there, and they talk about people who came 15 years ago with that stage 4. It's all over now, and they're alive today. 15 years later, thriving, really doing great. So, yeah, it's a great program.
Shall we go to the recipe?
Why not?
Okay, so there are 2 actually. One is a pimento cheese made with cashews, which I find delicious, and I use it on veggies, greens, or over a salad or on baked potatoes. And the other is a smoky cheddar cheese, which is very thick and delicious. I made a cheese sandwich last night. I used that really thin sourdough rye European bread and spread the cheese on there and then used tomatoes and onion. That was really good in an open face.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to try it yet, but it sounds good.
Yeah, there's a lot that you can make with it. Bill's going to try at some point quesadillas. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
And you could even do nachos with it, or use it as a cheese sauce over cauliflower or with potatoes.
Or maybe a cauliflower casserole. Some of those casseroles that used to be cheesy, creamy. Yeah. So we'll experiment and we'll keep you posted.
It's tasty, very good. They're 2 of the very best cheese sauces I've found. And I've tried all the commercial brands that are available in Canada. And they either have a lot of oil or a lot of salt or both, even though they may be cashew based. And these have neither. No oil, no salt.
So these are all SOS free?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
So contemplate Optimum Health Institute if it's something you've been thinking, my body needs a good cleanse and a good rest. And check them out on their website. And there are other places in the US, too many, that might be closer to you at home that you could go to and get a nice cleanse. So
I don't think any of them match the price.
yeah,
Optimum
that's
Health.
the one thing.
One thing I want to mention too, it's not a medical facility, so they are not staffed with doctors and nurses and all that.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for joining us.
Great to see
Great to be with you again.
Bill back again.